I'm here in the Cadet Chapel giving a preview of a recital that I'm going to be giving here this Sunday, November 19th, which will be concluding our fall series. The theme of this recital is Triumph and Ascension. I'm going to be doing works of French Symphonic masters, starting with the Triumphal Chorus in A by Guillemot, and then doing the Ascension Suite by Olivier Messiaen, and finishing with the finale from Widor's Sixth Symphony. The French Symphonic repertoire sounds wonderful on this organ, especially since we have some of our expression divisions back, the swell division, some of the reeds from the harmonic division, they have some parts of the orchestral division. These are all divisions that have recently been restored to this organ, and then it's crowned by the brilliance of the Hauptwerk and Positive divisions. You sort of see them in the balconies a little bit. That really gives a lot of brilliance to the chorus. Also, what gives brilliance, especially from the back, is the trumpet en chamade. And so as we turn to the back here, of course, you can see the trumpet en chamade is right under the window here. And basically, at the beginning of the Guillemot, it's a dialogue. So actually, I begin with the trumpet en chamade, and of course, then featuring many of the great courses of the organ. So the beginning of the Guillemot sounds like this. Right at the beginning, it's in dialogue with the rest of the instrument. Coming forward here to the console, Guillemot does a very interesting thing, though. He has these solo reeds, and at the end, he has this effect where he likes to couple the solo reeds to the main manual very quickly and then take them off right again. So it's an accent. It's like a sforzando, as if you were hitting a chord on a piano, but he gets this effect on the organ by throwing on these great, incredible reeds for like maybe a quarter note and then right off again, and then another eighth note and then off again. Now what's interesting is that on a lot of organs, you can add these couplers very easily by simply engaging the crescendo pedal. And so you just crank the crescendo pedal and right back down again. It's actually a very easy effect. Right now, the way this organ is, we don't really have the crescendo pedals working the way they should. So I don't have that luxury on this organ. So what I have to do is I have to take like one setting and then I have to add another setting, and it's much greater as opposed to this. Okay, so what happens is that now the only way that I can really do that and play at the same time is by using the feet. So I'm actually putting the camera at a slightly kind of an interesting angle here. And you should be able to see that I can engage the one thing with one toe spoon, and then the foot. So I mentioned. So what I'm doing is I'm actually having to put those on with the feet. So what you'll see, I'm going to start like the concluding section with the chamade, and then you'll suddenly see where my feet come over, where we get these effects. And you'll hear a little bit of how I get this effect at the end. So it's just this rapid fire having to just take on pistons, add pistons, and everything like that. So that's the guillemot. Then with the Messiaen, just very quickly demonstrating, people don't really realize that the West Point organ can actually do Messiaen very well. And so what we've got here is, you can see I've got very, very high production values here. Anyway, so you pretty much see the organ. You can see what you've got is right off the bat. Even with the opening of the Messiaen, what's nice is that we've got the swell division. Okay, so we have this incredible dynamic range that we did not have in the organ even just a couple months ago. You also have some beautiful, beautiful effects in the Serene Alleluias, some sampling of the sounds that we have in here, obviously some of the flutes. The chromorn is a very effective clarinet, and so with some of the dynamic ranges that we have here, next section, again, very nice contrast. Even in the next section, we get some, say something like this. So really some beautiful, beautiful, beautiful colors. Needless to say, for the loud, this organ has it. Also, even at the end, that's just the first level. Obviously, you can bump it up a bit. and actually even bumping it up at the end using the shamad. Kind of an example of that from the room. Again, featuring the shamad. It's always kind of nice to get a little closer, just to kind of give a sense of actually how the revoiced shamad, it's only on 8 inches of wood pressure right now, actually adds quite a bit to the overall effect. And so, even so from back here, we should be able to hear how it adds to the chorus for the audience in a second. So it goes from the very loud, obviously, into the very atmospheric sense of the Prière du Christ. Even towards the end, too, you will get a sense of how it can even build, how it can add to the choruses. Again, taking advantage of the wonderful new dynamic range, really, that this organ has with these divisions that work again. And so what you have is that it can actually finally build up to this. And then finally, we have Charles Marie Widor, back to triumph, as it were. Very, very regal sound with this. I think that this organ has just a great, very crisp, full, grand chorus sound for the French. get the idea. And then at the end, again, we really enjoy having the use of the swell box. So at the end, like a place like this. Also, what's nice too is that this organ is French disposition. So you got the grade on the bottom, then the choir positif, and then the swell, which certainly works to great advantage with this repertoire. Okay, I'll admit to being a little bit of a bad boy here. I like the chamade. It's nothing that Koshiro wouldn't have done. There's always more. I guess I gave away the ending, but anyway, that's gives you a preview of the recital that we'll be doing this weekend here at West Point.